are we buying out Macabre of all things? Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that, subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more Oz content. The top 10 from Cyber Monday on forward is in here, and I just want to say that this is some very interesting stuff here, right? So this is going to be post El Dorado, post Brothers of... soon Brothers will be here. Don't worry, not just yet. So Ensemble Robin came in at number 10, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so there's no shortage of Lyrilusc Tri-Brigade decks to come out. I mean, considering the fact this was literally the top contender recently on the market, like coming off of more regional weekends here, coming out of the small world fiascos here, I guess everybody needs to pick up their $2.50 copies of this for whatever reason here. Especially they're going to be getting their power up here with this. So I'm glad to see that the market is picking up a large amount of these so that they can actually be able to play the deck. Still very interesting though. Very budget, by the way. Now this is the one that has me going, why? People liked Macabre when it was $5 to $10, all right? But they like it even more now that it has a premium $2 gold rare. Now, the Invoked engine just never seems to disappear from competition. It's topping regionals right now. You know, it topped one event last weekend out of the 3 U.S. regionals that I saw. And then you also had it being very popular the week before out of the Luxury Game Series. But that was it, ladies and gentlemen. There was nothing else particularly too crazy about that stuck out to me. So this card, even at its $4 previous price tag, wasn't unaffordable. All right, but I guess now that it's got $2, I guess also now that Invocation has been reprinted, now players are now picking up their Macabres at the $2 price point. So I guess at that standpoint, that makes sense as to why the market is flipping over on that. But to see this being the 9th most popular card of the week really is shocking to me. All right, Lyrilusc Bird Call. Once again, this card is nuts, man. The fact that you can resolve a search for a Lyrilusc and either add it to your hand or dump it into your graveyard. By the way, the dump to the graveyard effect doesn't come up all that often unless there's some sort of shenanigans involved with that. So keep that in mind at the end of the day, that dump to the graveyard never really comes up. But then you get the special summon a different name. Okay, anytime a Rhoda class card is involved that does more than this, yeah, this doesn't surprise me. So then, hey man, powerful support cards, they already understand what we're doing with this. So that's 2 pretty big buyouts, at least in the Bird Brigade department. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see more of these bird cards along the way here. Chamber Dragonmaid, wow! We're not seeing very many Dragon Link decks topping regionals right now, but just because they're not getting any deck list doesn't mean that's not happening, and even is it, Dragon Link never tends to vanish for too long. This is a competitive card and a popular waifu for collectors. It's now a $14 card instead of a $45 card. Now here's what I think about this. The whole Dragonmaid deck has become massively way more affordable over time, and I think that that's a very good thing as the general course of time goes on here, that more affordability. And like I said, with Dragon Link, you know, we have Borland coming in 6 months at this point in time. So I guess when you have a dual-edged sword here, in terms of popularity versus waifu, things like that, things like this will tend to push up, but I guess affordability. Also, didn't this card basically look like it was a short print at the end of the day here? So maybe that's a particularly good reason to make sure that you have them. But, alright, ladies and gentlemen, that puts us at number 7. Now, for whatever reason, Dogmatika Ecclesia down here, coming in at number 6. Speaking of competitive waifus work on the battlefield, Ecclesia came roaring back to the top 10 this week to land at number 6. Dogmatika has been a lot cheaper since 2021 tins. Now here's the thing, why now? I didn't see anything in particular too craziness here that really made players go, oh man, I probably should get this. This had to be a strictly driven buyout based on Albaz's structure deck. Alright, the fact that we didn't see Ecclesia in that set means that players are looking at this and going, oh crap, maybe I should pick up my Ecclesias now, considering that structure deck is right around the corner here. I believe that's what we were genuinely seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. So, not particularly too shocked about this, honestly, but Okay, but man, being locked behind a $10 price point, that's still very disappointing to me. This one shouldn't surprise anybody. Any frickin' time there's a large amount of kickback involved on TCG Player, the same thing always happens, ladies and gentlemen. Crossout Designator always gets bought out in large copies. The fact that we've seen this card being $35 to $40 recently, players all have the same mentality. 15% back! Those crossouts look very inviting at that point in time. And that's, once again, that's the power of kickback, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, of course, everybody's just picking up their copies. Because remember, we're in that point of the game right now. The players look at this card, they're like, well, it might not see play now, but I would rather grab my sets of these sooner than later. Because once again, $36, $35, $40, it's a lot better than the former $100 price tag that we saw on this. So, not really a shock there. Pot of Extravagance. You know what's interesting about this one? We know that this probably will be up on the reprint block in the Albaz structure deck. So, December, January, February, March. That's still 4 months away, and that's not particularly something that I think a lot of players want to wait on at this point in time for the potential for that. So, I mean, players are also looking at this like, well, you know, Extrav's a particularly good generic draw card. Altergeist got Brothers of Legend recently that just came out for this as well. So now players want to revigorate their strategies, all right? Like, oh, I got Pukuri now. Cool. Well, solid new ideas, brother. All right. So once again, I mean, you can wait 4 months to see if the common's coming, or you could take the chance, spend the $16, pick these up. Ends up being what, like $45, $50 for a playset. So I understand why this was on the top list. Oh boy, Celestine Wagtail. Should we be surprised about this either? This is our third Bird Up card that made it into the top 10 this week. I shouldn't say that we should be surprised at all by this. The fact that this card ends up being one of the best search points here, and keep in mind that we just got the haha Dark Ruler No More Lyrilusc card that now can be involved with the strategies from Brothers Legend. All right, Invocation. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, this explains Macabre. All right, kickback. Invocation's now budget as crap. Now that gives players a chance to pick up their stuff. This does not surprise me whatsoever. All right, when a $40 card comes crashing down on the market, it looks way more inviting to the generic player base. And I'm going to say the same thing here. Affordability really does get the player base excited as crap for things like this. So, I mean, this explains why Macabre went up in price. Hey man, when you can spend $20, $22 and I have an Invoked engine at this point in time now. You did it. You literally won the potential investment train. All right, and I think that that's particularly a good thing. All right, so all things considered here at this point in time, yep, affordability. Oh, number one this week was Verti Anaconda. Anybody shocked about this at all? This thing's now $15 at this point in time. That looks way more inviting than the former $50 price tag that we had on this. Player base was not happy being locked behind that absolute absurd price point here. So hey man, generic strategies finally got this. Gold Series definitely getting some pretty interesting value here. So what else do we get here? More Dragoon Dark Destroyer for playability for this. Apart from the top 10, we also see an absolute ton of people buying sealed product this week, leveraging their bonus bucks from recent TCG player codes. Even with box openings seemingly revealing the keycard's brother's treatment, chiefly Magician Souls, Forbidden Droplet, a Dusted Gold, Malicious Bane. It hasn't showed any drop here. I think every player has put forth for the pull rates and blah blah blah. Meanwhile, Eldorado will remain probably one of the higher price point sets at this point in time. So yeah, Invocation and Macabre pushing through in the budget train for this week. Anybody really surprised about that though? Because once affordability starts to get in, you're gonna this is a tale as old as time here, right? Affordability reigns king on the market, ladies and gentlemen. So guys, what do you think? Please leave a comment about how much you guys think. Smash the like button, that subscribing, so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day with some more cool awesome content. You guys stay safe out there. Peace out, guys. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle host for a living. Guys, please check out VanCo40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCO40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcogames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.